dann können wir jetzt anfangen. Vielleicht machen wir nochmal Summary. Okay, vielleicht machen wir doch nicht Summary da. Genau, XCOM doesn't deserve to be happy. Wir hatten ja auf diesem Pfad zuletzt wurde alles etwas komisch. Ich meine, okay, was ist hier nicht komisch, aber wir waren auf einmal hier, haben die zweite Hälfte von Komeiji gefunden und haben dann darüber gesprochen, dass er vor ein paar Tagen irgendwie was gemacht hat, obwohl wir doch hier auf der rechten Seite sind. Dann haben wir hier Terra. Was war das hier? Genau. Hier steht ja. At 5 a.m. on the 11th, someone removed the left half of a body from the stage. It was Komeiji. Komeiji was trying to blackmail Terra with the body. Mizuki finds more clues to continue her investigation. At around 11 p.m., Lien informs her of Kizuna's disappearance. Genau, die war auch einmal auch weg. Obwohl eigentlich doch. Now, using GPS, they track her phone. Mizuki heads to the abandoned factory. There she finds Terra. She gets in a fight with armed enemies. Mizuki fights him off with ease, but immediately after she's immobilized by Ryuki's stun bullet. Date comes to the rescue. Terra is knocked out after being shot by Date's tranquilizer. Mizuki then decides to go into Terra's brain to find out where Kizuna went. Da haben wir dann einiges über seine Vergangenheit gelernt. Und hier irgendwo rechts auf einem der Lien-Pfade, hier haben wir dann ja noch mehr gelernt, dass er halt irgendwie in diesem Zimmer hier dass er als Kind entführt wurde von Chikara und Tokiko, weil Tokikos und Chikaras geheimer eigener Sohn halt diese komischen Half-Body-Tumors hatte und deswegen haben die dann irgendein Kind entführt, das fast genetisch sehr ähnlich war. wo daher irgendwie die Möglichkeit bestand, dass sie da die Organe austauschen. Und haben dann halt ihren Sohn Jin Fudue, war das, der mit den Half-Body-Tumors, haben sie dann so nach und nach immer so die Organe von dem Udo, hieß der, ausgetauscht. Bis sie ja sogar irgendwie die Hälfte des Gesichts ausgetauscht haben. Und Udo ist die ganze Zeit hier in diesem Zimmer da gefangen gewesen und hat dann von Tokiko, die er auch als Mutter angesehen hat und wo er so einen Mutterkomplex irgendwie so entwickelt hat, hat er auch die Nice Teachings bekommen und hat dann angefangen, das auch zu glauben. Udo sei, genau. Und hat diesen nirvanA Initiative entwickelt, um quasi auf der ganzen Welt gleichzeitig Leute zu unnatürlichem Verhalten zu zwingen, was ja laut dieser Theorie, die da bei Nice haben, dann irgendwie Risse in die Simulation reißen soll. Dann Mizuki Hatch, genau. So. Dann waren wir aus Terras Somnium wieder raus. Mizuki heads to the abandoned factory to look for Date, weil der war auf einmal futsch. There she sees Tokiko. Auf einmal ist Tokiko. Now Tokiko admits she is Jin Furu's mother and that Chikara is the father. Chikara's name is Miyamashi. That's when Terra makes an appearance. Terra talks about the nirvanA Initiative and says he needs to exterminate some rats before he can continue. Date comes to the rescue to save Mizuki again. Date's shot shatters Terra's mask. His face is revealed and Mizuki is shocked. It is Jin Furue, who is already dead. Aber da wissen wir jetzt, warum. Weil das halt nur die Hälfte von Udo war. Das war ja eigentlich Udos Gesicht. Das da eben draufgepackt, noch übrig war, besser gesagt. So, und jetzt sind wir hier.
Oh, you came. Good. Want something to drink? With water?
Ja, hab ich schon.
On the rocks?
Nee, danke.
You don't have to be shy. It's on me. It's such a bizarre case, the HB serial killings. That being said, the facts are fairly straightforward. Pointing out a culprit can't be too hard. Do you already know? Terror. Who are they, really?
Who is Terra? It's you, Mama.
Yup. You got me. I wanted to slurp on the juices of young men, which is why I sliced them in half. Oh, come on. There's no way. Besides, Komeiji and Chikara are not young. Care to give a more serious answer?
Ja, Terra ist Uru Somizuki.
Right. Uru. We know he killed at least 3 people. Jin Furue, Chikara Horadori, Andes Komeiji. But why did he kill them? What was his goal?
To build schools in Africa.
He wasn't some noble philanthropist. That has nothing to do with anything.
Okay. For the nirvanA Initiative?
That's right. The nirvanA Initiative. The loony plan to have humans reach moksha. That's why Uru killed the three of them. We can put aside the little details for now. The most concerning aspect of the whole thing is the time difference. The left and right sides of the victims were found 6 years apart. Regarding the first victim, the facts are already in. 6 years ago, on February 10th, Jin Furuwei's body fell from the ceiling of Devaita. And this year, 5 days ago, also on the 10th, Uru Somizuki's left half was found at the stadium, not Jin's. Plastic surgery and complete organ transplants. It fooled the investigators into thinking they were the same person.
Can't blame them.
But what about the other victims? Chikara, Komeiji, Tokiko. How do you explain those three?
Tja, die Antwort liegt im Grunde in dem, was wir hier plötzlich erlebt haben. Und eigentlich auch in der Abandoned Factory dann, wo Mizuki mal mit so einem Elektroding abgeschossen wurde.
You have good intuition. You might already know.
Why did it seem like their bodies appeared after 6 years passed? The timeline was not in the correct order.
Right. In other words, it's not like that. It's like this.
Deswegen war das für mich so sau interessant, das nochmal zu spielen und die ganzen 1000 Sachen zu bemerken, die tatsächlich dann auf einmal passen und vorher komisch waren.
This is the timeline that you actually experienced. The red and blue lines are intertwined, almost like DNA. You started on the red line from the top, and then followed the blue line, which led you to this point. You've traversed 4 X's. The left side is 6 years ago, and the right side is this year. To make things easier, we'll call the left side past, and the right side present. In other words, you came here, jumping back and forth between past and present, a day at a time, all to end up here. Now do you understand? Chikara's right half was found the night of the 11th, in the past. His left half was found the next morning. Komeiji's right half was found on the 13th. His left half was found the next morning at 6 a.m. 6 years have passed, and now we're here. In the present, Tokiko's right half was found on February 12th. The next day, a little past midnight, her left half was found in the basement of Horidori Institute. Long story short, the left and right halves weren't found 6 years apart. They were all found soon after each other. Nothing supernatural here.
True flowchart. This is a chart that shows the flow of the story in chronological order. The true flowchart can be checked from menu flowchart. Und ich habe tatsächlich mit Sabine irgendwann schon mal angefangen, sowas zu vermuten, weil mir irgendwann aufgefallen ist, dass hier nirgendwo das Jahr steht. Da steht eigentlich immer nur das Datum. Und als es dann hier irgendwann daran ging, genau hier, jetzt ist er jetzt auf der linken Seite, wo Komeiji auf einmal vor 3 Tagen irgendwas gemacht haben sollte, obwohl ich dachte, wir wären in der Gegenwart. Und kurz danach Mizuki dann auch noch, ja genau, als du das meintest, du meintest ja auch noch so, du findest es komisch, dass sie nebeneinander sind statt untereinander, da musste ich mir schon irgendeinen Kommentar verkneifen. Da hattest du nämlich einen sehr guten Punkt mit angesprochen und tatsächlich gut was bemerkt, dass das nämlich eigentlich ein bisschen unsinnig ist. Außer wenn man jetzt eben das hier sieht. Und ja, also vor allem, ich war noch nicht darauf gekommen, dass das überall so ist. Aber Sabine und ich hatten uns dann halt gedacht, dass wir bei dem Fall hier jetzt irgendwie auf jeden Fall gar nicht in der Gegenwart sein können, weil ja auf einmal es hieß, Komeiji ist vor ein paar Tagen noch rumgelaufen und dann wurde Mizuki mit mit so einer Stungun abgeschossen und hinterher hatte sie voll die Herzprobleme, obwohl die ganze Zeit gesagt wurde, dass die maskierte Frau halt immer Herzprobleme hat. Und dann sind wir halt, haben wir gedacht, Moment, vielleicht sind wir gar nicht die erwachsene Mizuki, sondern vielleicht sind wir die maskierte Frau und da ist halt auch noch mal eine Mizuki drunter. Und dann sind wir halt da schon ein bisschen auf den Trichter gekommen, dass das ja dann eigentlich in der Vergangenheit sein muss. Aber dass halt alles so hin und her springt, hatten wir erst auch noch nicht gerafft. Aber dann gibt es halt eine Menge Punkte, die auf einmal ganz anderen Sinn ergeben. Es gibt da zum Beispiel diese Szene, ich weiß jetzt gar nicht, wo das ist, aber es gibt diese Szene, wo Ryuki in die Kathedrale unten geht, jemand sieht und hinterher rennt und versucht die Person zu kriegen, aber dann abstürzt. Und dann springt das zum nächsten Tag und Ryuki wird voll zusammengestaucht von Boss und kriegt sogar gesagt, du, wenn du den Fall jetzt nicht in 3 Tagen löst, wirst du degradiert. Wo ich gedacht habe, ey, also, okay, war scheiße, dass er die Person entkommen lassen hat, aber das ist jetzt vielleicht doch ein bisschen extrem, oder? Aber in dem tatsächlichen Flowchart kommt dieser Anschiss nämlich nach der Szene, wo er auf einen Zivilisten geschossen hat. Wo er halt auf dieser Ballonjagd einen Zivilisten mit Ballons fast abgeknallt hätte. Dann kommt nämlich eigentlich danach der Anschiss und der ist dann auf einmal gerechtfertigt. Oder es gab auch die Szene, wo Shoma in dieses Riesenrad gerannt ist. Und dann steht Ryuki da rum und irgendwie am nächsten Tag steht er dann wieder und sagt, hey, wo ist denn Shoma hin? Nur, dass das eben der Ryuki in der Gegenwart ist, der mal wieder, weil er mittlerweile komplett Banane ist, halt der hat ja diesen Memory komplett zerfressen. Der fängt in der Gegenwart halt an, alles zu vermischen. Da gibt es zum Beispiel auch einen Teil in der Gegenwart, wo Ryuki beim Schrein steht und auf einmal meint, er will jetzt nochmal den Mord von Komeiji durchgehen. Was halt in dem gefälschten Flowchart auch nacheinander kam, aber in Wahrheit dann plötzlich 6 Jahre später war. Und Tama reagiert dann halt total besorgt, wo sie auf einmal meint, ist alles okay mit dir? Was einem nicht so besonders auffällt, weil er halt auch einfach fertig aussieht. Also einem fällt nicht besonders auf, dass sie das gerade deswegen sagt. Aber das sagt sie in dem Fall halt deswegen, weil er 6 Jahre später auf einmal anfängt zu reden, als wäre er jetzt wieder in der Vergangenheit, weil er halt irgendwie geistig komplett Banane wird. Ah, gut.
Anyway, that's just my genius analysis. Oh, but I know what you're gonna say. There's still tons of things that can't be explained, right? Especially, who killed Uru and Tokiko?
Stimmt, das ist ja noch die andere Sache. Uru ist ja eigentlich schon gar nicht mehr im Leben, offenbar.
Jin, Chikara, Komeiji, it was Terror, Uru, who sliced these 3 in half. But then Uru was killed in the present, February 10th.
Das heißt, Terra sollte eigentlich in der Gegenwart jetzt gar nicht mehr da sein.
Tokiko's body was found after that. So who killed Uru and Tokiko? Well, I'm sure this mess will be cleared up soon. By Mizuki, her friend, and by you, Freyr. So anyway, good luck with the rest of your investigation. I'll be cheering you on. Huh? Who was I just talking to? Maybe I've had a bit too much to drink. It's awfully cold tonight.
ION 3:10 Uhr.
Hey, about Kizzy. Are you sure she's okay?
Don't worry. I made sure she's fine.
Kizuna went missing last night around 11 o'clock. Riichi Chida, her father, contacted me. Ach, jetzt ist... ja, deswegen war das ja auch letztes Mal, dass Kizuna auf einmal wieder weg war, weil wir eigentlich in der Vergangenheit waren. Aber jetzt ist sie in der Gegenwart tatsächlich auch mal weg. And I started our search for Kizzy. After a while, I got a call on my phone. It was from her. She told me to meet here at ION.
So, that makes us sisters?
We're not the same age, but we're like identical twins.
Offenbar spricht die Mizuki auch leicht unterschiedlich, je nachdem, wen man wirklich spielt. Das heißt, in den ganzen Teilen, wo es in Wirklichkeit in der Vergangenheit war, und man Mizuki war, hat man halt eigentlich immer sie gespielt. Und die hat in den Fällen auch nie die Schusswunde am Bein. Da kann man beim Charaktermodell auch drauf achten. Das Charaktermodell der erwachsenen Mizuki hat immer eine Schusswunde am Bein aus Teil 1 und die andere Mizuki hat die Schusswunde tatsächlich nicht.
We have almost the same genes.
That's crazy. I'm a copy of you.
Don't say it like that.
But I'm your clone, right?
Technically, yes, but our DNA isn't exactly the same. My genome was rearranged. Your DNA was modified on top of that, which is why you don't have the symptoms I have. Basically, you're an upgrade. The perfect version of me.
Cool.
Don't say it like that.
Achso, und in der Vergangenheit gab es auch immer mal Szenen, wo Ryuki und so sich gewundert haben, wo Tama ist, und dann hieß es immer, nicht Tama, Aiba ist, sondern hieß es immer, Aiba wäre unterwegs auf Top Secret Mission. Das war halt, weil Aiba da immer in der anderen Mizuki unterwegs war. I was raised at Iowan too.
Yeah, the same as me. When I was 6, you were born at Horadori Institute and sent here. I'm guessing they thought it was too difficult to raise you at the Institute. I remember the day you arrived like it was yesterday. You were still a baby. But the moment I saw you, I got this feeling. I started bawling my eyes out. The people at the facility didn't know we were related. Makes sense. They were told we were from 2 different places, but we're both named Mizuki, and we looked really similar. So to make it easier, everyone started calling me Big Sis. They called you Mizuki.
About February 6 years ago.
It's like I told you, I want to know who did this to me. I know that Chikara was the mastermind, but I want solid proof. That's why I was investigating him and his institute. But then, out of the blue, he gets killed. That's why I started following the HB case.
I asked her about what happened back then. She told me the details of what happened on the 12th and the 14th. The 12th. Genau, das war halt alles, wo wir dachten, das wäre in der Gegenwart. Das war alles auch damals mit den Ballons. Ich habe auch nochmal drauf geachtet, wo man die andere Hälfte von Chikara findet. Redet auch keiner von den Leuten darüber, wie komisch das ist, dass da 6 Jahre dazwischen liegen, wie sie es halt bei Jin Fudue getan haben, was eben daran liegt, dass in dem Fall gar keine 6 Jahre dazwischen lagen. Ach ja, der Horst Anra Indig. 14th?
What you have seen and heard cannot be shared with anyone. If you do, I will kill her. I have an abundant amount of money. Even if I were to die, the assassins I've hired would still find her.
Ach, damals hat er sich dann halt auf die echte Mizuki bezogen, also die wir kennen.
I see. That's why you didn't talk about what happened 6 years ago.
But I think it's okay to start talking now.
Why?
I was able to freeze all of Terror's hidden accounts.
Außerdem ist er ja tot. Was denn jetzt? Nein, Katze, geh weg. Nein, Katze, hier ist kein Platz für dich. Hau ab. Sag mal, nein. Weg.
We don't need to worry about any assassins anymore.
I bet you don't remember anything from February 6 years ago, do you?
I do not. My body was destroyed in the explosion at the cathedral. The Abyss communication network was also offline, so there was no backup taken.
What happened after I arrived at Iowa?
They took me to Horadori Institute every so often for examinations. Well, I say examinations. I mean human experiments. I don't think you remember. But they did terrible things.
Yeah, we saw that.
I remember getting shots with needles as big as boba straws.
Didn't need to know that.
My time with Horadori Institute ended when I was 9, and you were 3. It project shut down and we were finally free. That's about the time you were adopted by the Okiura family.
And what great parents they were.
But me? Well, I told you about me, right? You were blind in one eye and had a heart condition. Right. So it was hard to find a family who would take me. Ultimately, it was Mr. Chieda, the chairman. So when you were 9, you were adopted by the Chiedas. I spent the next 6 years there.
Also, und da war sie dann Kizis Big Sis.
Up until I was 15, I lived under the same roof as Kizuna. I see. That's why she called me Big Sis.
What about after that?
You said something about an eccentric woman? Yeah, I was adopted by her.
Oh, hallo? Ah,
Do you mean
yeah.
Shizue Kuranushi? Boss. Which is why my name is Mizuki Kuranushi now.
Die hat doch immer erzählt, dass sie eine Daughter hätte.
You think that sounds kinda lame, huh?
Und adopted.
No, it's not that.
Why did Boss adopt you?
You know how we're stronger than everybody else? Maybe she thought I'd come in handy, so she wanted to make you work for her. I don't know if that's the truth, but that's what she told me. Boss taught me how to fight. After she adopted me, she trained me hard every day. 6 years ago, when I was 18, I was hired as a top-secret member of Abyss. Boss wanted someone who she could rely on. Someone who would never betray her. She trusted me to handle the most sensitive situations. Basically, I'm like a ninja. Well, a kunoichi.
Da kann ich jetzt wieder so ein bisschen Schlaumeier Fun Fact auspacken. Kunoichi ist der Begriff für weibliche Ninja. Und ich finde das immer witzig, als ich das immer selber mal gelernt habe. Hier ist das Zeichen für Frau. Hier ist Q. Das steckt nämlich in dem Zeichen für Frau links drin. Hier ist das Hiragana für No. Das steckt da auch drin. Und hier ist das Kanji für 1, Ichi. Also das heißt nicht, dass das Zeichen für Frau wirklich aus diesen 3 besteht, dass sie wirklich das repräsentieren. Also dass sie aus Hiragana, Katakana und 1 zusammengesetzt sind. Aber man kann sie halt so aufteilen. Deswegen haben sie, daher kommt die Bezeichnung Kunoichi für weibliche Ninja. Die haben einfach das Kanji für Frau irgendwie in 3 verschiedene Sachen zerlegt. Ich habe mal gelernt, fand ich immer ganz interessant und muss das deswegen jedem erzählen, wenn dieser Begriff auftaucht.
Which is why my existence at Abyss had been hidden. The only people who know are Boss, Pewter, and Ryuki. Ryuki? I wonder.
Why were you hiding your identity?
If I revealed myself to you, you would want to know everything. In one way or another, you'd find out. You'd find out that your genes were spliced. That your real parents aren't Renju and Shoko. I didn't want you to end up like me. I wanted you to live a normal life. As normal as possible anyway. Get a normal job, a normal husband, get married, start a family, live happily ever after. A life like that. But if I showed up, I would ruin all that. That's what I thought, at least. I see. Well, why didn't you tell me 7 years ago in November? I was already well on my way to an abnormal life at that point. Maybe that's true. By the way, I'm curious. Why were we given the same name? I don't know. Maybe they didn't really care about the name. But wouldn't that make it harder to tell us apart at the Institute? I don't think they had any trouble. We had code names at Horadori Institute. I was Mouse, and you were Rabbit. And you remember what they called us at Iowan, right? You were Big Sis, and I was Mizuki. Yeah. Is that what I called you? No. You were still little. You couldn't talk much. You just called me BB.
Bibi.
BB? Yeah, BB, huh? Anyway, we've already spent enough time here. We shouldn't be wasting time like this. Good point. There's still tons we don't know about the HB case. Follow me. I want to show you something. Huh? What is it? Oh, no. It's nothing. Let's go, BB.
Blocksberg. Braha Wort gesehen. Ich Musste direkt an Bibi Blocksberg denken, aber okay. Oh, stimmt, ich erinnere mich. Das war eine coole Story. Ja, ich wollte gerade sagen, Simon freut sich bestimmt über die 2 Gesichter. Wie dumm sieht denn das bitte aus? Oh, okay. Sonst noch irgendwas?
What the fuck?
Adäquate Reaktion.
This is information overload. My brains are gonna flow out of my ears.
Jeez, just relax.
I can't just relax. What is this corpse doing here? And why are Kizzy and Leon here? Oh, and most importantly, who the hell is this?
What? Isn't it obvious?
Wait, you're that stupid porno mag collecting old man.
No.
Yes.
Why are you dressed like that? Where is Genny? What are you doing here?
Das sieht so unglaublich dumm aus mit diesem kleinen Kopf.
And one last thing. Where have you been the past 6 years? Why didn't you try to contact me?
I'm sorry, Mizuki.
Okay. I think I kind of get it. 6 years ago, Date lost his memory when the ceiling collapsed on him.
Yep.
Then he got captured by terror but managed to escape.
And he's been wandering the Earth for the past 6 years.
5 days ago, on the 10th, he heard the news about Jin's body being found.
And finally got his memory back.
That's right.
My voice reaches down his brain right now. That's because there is a reception device in his left eye socket. You can mute me by turning it off, but that's a real hassle, so it's still on. This is the same for Mizuki Kuranushi. She hears my voice too. Mizuki Kuranushi is kind of long. I'll just call her BB. Who's the corpse in the freezer?
Let's talk about it later. Trust me. If I explain it now, it'll only confuse you.
I think she's already plenty confused. Let me just say one thing.
What? Do you have more insults to hurl at me for missing 6 years of your life?
No, it's not that.
Maybe she just wanted to hear you say, Mizuki, you've grown so much, or something emotional like that.
No, not that either.
Ah, right. For you, it's been 6 years. For me, it's different. I've been back for 4 days dressed like this. I've been watching you guys the whole time, so I don't really have anything sappy to say.
I told you it's not that.
I'm home. Welcome back.
Das wollte sie doch in Teil 1. Da wollte sie doch irgendwann einfach nur eine Familie, die das sagt.
Is that what you wanted to hear?
All right, okay. Let me try this again. Mizuki, I'm home.
Welcome back, Date. But that's not what I wanted to say.
Was, das auch nicht?
I threw away all your porno mag.
Oh, that's what you get for being away. Why were we pretending to be Genny?
I know that Horadori Institute and Nyes are both caught up in the HB case. Gen was created at the Institute, and he was acquaintances with Tokiko. So, by borrowing his mask, I could snoop on Tokiko and other members of Horadori Institute.
But why do you still look like that here?
Horadori Institute and Nyes people come here all the time. Imitating Gen makes it easier to eavesdrop on them.
Why did you reveal your identity now?
I'm gonna be honest, this has gotten way out of hand. I can't do this on my own. We need to work together to stop their plan.
Their plan?
Yeah, their nirvanA initiative. So first, I contacted Mizuki Kuranushi.
Date and I met 6 years ago. He knew how to get a hold of me.
I shared everything I had, then told her to find you, Mizuki.
To help stop them?
Basically.
The stupid, perverted, pornomac collecting old man, also my adoptive father. Ugh. Why are you here?
There's a reason I'm here with Kizzy. I got a call from my old pal Date.
I asked him to unlock something for me.
Are you talking about the freezer?
No, I got that open on the 13th.
It was a different lock this time.
Anyway, that is when we met with Date and the woman he was with.
The woman?
I was there too.
About BB?
I've known her for a long time. She's a former coworker from back when I was doing bad stuff.
Da hat er tatsächlich schon öfters mal drüber gesprochen. Er hat immer eine Quartz erwähnt.
Back then, I used to call her Quartz.
Es gab auch die eine Szene, wo man mit ihm das Horror-Dory-Institut einbricht und da ist sie dabei und da meint er sogar noch, hey, das erinnert mich an alte Zeiten.
Hey, don't just blurt that out.
Mizuki's name comes from crystal. The kanji for crystal can be read as Mizuki.
Crystals are the solid form of silicon dioxide, a mineral, most often recognized as quartz.
Wait, so you were in a Thieves Guild, BB?
The snow isn't letting up.
Don't change the subject.
What time is it?
Why do you ask?
No reason.
It is currently 4:25 a.m. Daybreak is close.
I heard you went missing.
I am a little embarrassed to admit this, but Leon and I plan to elope.
What?
Oh ja, das haben wir auf dem anderen Pfad ja auch gemacht.
May I ask why?
Kizzy's father won't accept me.
He threatened to send Leon to prison if he continued to see me,
And that's when I suggested that we run off together.
and I agreed.
Well, good luck.
So you two...
Yeah. They're both on the run for love.
But we don't know exactly where we want to go yet.
Atami,
Right. We need some more time to think about it.
did you tell
I
Richie?
have told him that I am safe and sound.
Okay.
In welcher? Wir haben noch hier rechts irgendwo ein Ende, wo die Maske von Mizuki abgegangen ist. Da. Achso, du meinst gar nicht in welcher. Ich dachte, du meinst in welcher Timeline. Er ist ja nicht nur Betreiber von einem Waisenhaus. Er ist ja irgendwie offenbar einer der reichsten Leute hier.
Well,
Das Waisenhaus macht er
I'm
nur so
glad you
nebenbei.
weren't kidnapped.
I am so sorry that I worried you.
Yeah. I'm sorry about all this, you guys.
About Bibi?
I suppose Big Sis has already told you everything. Big Sis and I lived in the same home for 6 years, but I never thought my Big Sis was my Big Sis's Big Sis.
Okay.
So confusing.
Anyway,
Ich mal.
Mizuki Date. I will call you Little Big Sis from now on. And you, Mizuki Kuranushi, I will call you Big Sis.
Still, just as confusing.
Mizuki is Bibi's clone. Date already knows this, Bibi told him, but Kizuna and Lian don't know this yet. They think they're just sisters. Well, let's just keep it that way. You okay? Are you cold?
It is snowing outside, but do not worry about us. My heart is burning strong.
Well then, good luck. Where's the real Genny?
I don't know. Not here.
It's fine. I know where he is. Don't you have an idea too?
No.
Okay, I'll ask again. What's the deal with the corpse? Why is it in the freezer?
It's better that you see for yourself.
Let me just show you.
Another corpse?
No, not one more.
Not one at all.
It's
Just
half.
half. Nice Japan branch. Also ja, da ist die andere Hälfte.
So, you finished reading the file.
Yeah.
Now do you understand? Now you know whose left half is in the freezer. Jin Furue. That's what he really looks like.
And this body?
Uru Somizuki. Terror. He murdered 3 people 6 years ago. Jin, Chikara, and
Genau.
Andy's Kameji.
Uru's right half. Tokiko must have written this. Destroyed.
What's this? There's some kind of device in there.
Damit ist Ryuki doch mal besprüht
It
worden.
appears to be a jet-like nozzle device. The box appears to have some kind of...
Ja, das hast du gerade gesagt. Sonst nix? Okay, vielleicht später. Are Leanne and Kizuna okay? They aren't here right now. We split at Brahman.
They're not going far away, are they?
They should be fine. They said they were gonna think hard about where to go.
Atami, you changed?
That outfit was so hard to move in.
Oh, du sahst so toll damit aus.
The wireframe and all the stuffing.
About Jin Furue.
I don't need to explain it. You should already know.
Jin Furue, the child of Tokiko and Chikara.
He was born with a rare and complicated disease. It caused inoperable tumors to grow in the right half of his body.
Jin might have had it worst of all. He got his first transplant when he was really young. I don't think he wanted to take organs from Uru. Remember what it said in Uru's diary? He said he wanted to apologize. I think he is referring to Jin.
So you think the transplant was done against Jin's will?
I'm not positive, but that's just the feeling I get.
Baron Pervert. When did you get
Only
here?
a few hours ago, around 1 a.m.
I asked Leon to open the door to the staircase.
So the lock you mentioned earlier.
That's right. The lock to the staircase door.
That's when I asked them about their plans to run away together.
Then the four of us headed down the stairs. Leon carried Kizuno down.
And that's when we found the corpse on the ritual platform.
Okay. What happened up till now?
I wanted to ask Shoma about the genetic experiments, so I visited him.
And I looked like Gen, so it didn't raise any concerns.
He told me a lot.
About his body and his older sister. And about the hidden safe.
That's what we came here for. Wait,
Shoma has an older sister?
Yeah.
you know her well.
Kizuno and Iris's friend.
A mermaid at Sunfish Pocket.
A Mame Doi.
Really?
How did you find out?
I used Marco's X-ray function.
Marco?
The name of my AI ball in my left eye.
Also jetzt hat sie ja nicht mehr Eiber.
He's pretty shy. He doesn't talk much.
Unlike someone else I know.
Excuse me, are you talking about me?
Mm-hmm. I know Iba really well. We were partners 6 years ago. When I was hired at Abyss, I was supposed to get Marco transplanted into my left eye, but he wasn't finished yet. So instead, I got Iba.
But Iba and Date.
Yeah, Iba and Date were kind of fighting at the time, and I needed to see if I was compatible with an AI ball at all, so...
Was hattest du dich neulich im Chat
I
gefragt?
see. I apologize. I do not remember
Also.
anything from back then.
Because of the explosion, right?
Yes.
It's kinda sad. I made so many memories with you, Iba.
Oh. Why were Aiba and Dante fighting?
Well, you see, I was so preoccupied with my work.
No, it was because you tried watching VR porn while Iba was still in your left eye.
That does sound like something that would make me very angry.
I told you a million times, it was just a watermelon splitting video.
About Uru Somizuki.
I can't really say anything more than what's in the file.
Uru Somizuki. He's the child that was kidnapped from Iowan when he was 6.
It was Chikara and Tokiko who took him. They wanted to make him Jin Furue's donor.
So for over a decade, they did surgery after surgery, giving more and more of Uru to Jin. Half of his face, too.
The skin he lost was replaced by an artificial skin made of carbon chitin. Half his face was transplanted onto Jin's as well.
Right. And it was only half because Jin had a percent-shaped birthmark on the left side of his face.
A holy symbol for the order of percent. It was considered sacred.
And Chikara, being a devoted follower, couldn't get himself to rip that skin off.
Which is why the left half of Jin's face was left untouched.
And after all those transplants, Jin's body ended up being cut in half.
6 years later, February of this year, Uru's body was cut in half.
So what was discovered was Jin's right half and Uru's left half.
Jin and Uru are essentially mirror images of one another.
So when the police were identifying Uru's body, they got their DNA sample to compare against from Jin's organs.
And because those were originally taken from Uru, it naturally follows that they match.
So that's why...
That is the mistake that caused investigators to believe that they were the same person.
I've been wondering, 6 years ago, why did Uru cut the bodies in half?
That was for the nirvanA initiative, right?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with the plan? And speaking of, is the nirvanA initiative still happening? I mean, after all, Terror's dead.
Right. The mastermind is dead. But you saw it. On the night of the 13th, on the rooftop of Misatan.
Ja, okay,
That was Terror. It was definitely Uru's voice, but Uru should have been dead.
Ach ja, sie hat übrigens dieses Vocal Load Show da oben, das MoMA mal hatte, um Iris Stimme damit zu machen. Deswegen, damit hat sie dann die ganze Zeit ihre komische Stimme gemacht, wenn man mit ihr gesprochen hat, wo sie maskiert war.
Perhaps his voice was recorded.
Either way, the rehearsal happened even after Terror died.
Which means...
The main event will likely still happen as well.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's safe to assume it will proceed as planned.
but I still don't understand the full scope of the nirvanA initiative.
When? Where? How? We are completely in the dark.
Why don't you ask the culprits?
Yeah, good idea. Hey, Uru, what's up with your plan, you asshole?
No, that's not what I meant. There are other culprits. Whoever killed Uru and Tokiko.
You believe they might know something about the nirvanA initiative?
I don't know for sure, but they at least might have some clues.
We don't have enough information yet. Looks like we're gonna need some extra help.
Help?
Over here. Come with me.
Was jetzt?
There's nothing over here.
You would think that, right? But check this out. Open sesame!
Marco, please. What is this?
That's what you call a door.
Do you like it? Erotic, isn't it?
How is this in any way erotic?
Much more erotic than watermelon splitting.
Let's get going.
Yeah,